Hey guys, this is Sara here at Serenity Hill Puppies. We are here with Bella's beautiful litter, and I'm here with Angie. We're so excited to introduce Angie and how she has been just helping us out and what we've been implementing with our puppies. This litter will be the first litter that gets to go through the whole program. So we're so excited about the Amega Star program that Angie is helping us out with. And Angie, can you kind of explain to us, kind of just to explain to everybody what we have been doing with this litter so far at 2.5 weeks old?
So our program starts at day 3 of life. We start with early neurological stimulation. That is a 5-step handling approach. Our focus is on changing the blood flow in the body. So it wakes up the brain, because at that point, puppies' eyes and ears are closed till about 2 weeks. Along with that ENS, we do ESI, which is early scent introductions. That's what this little kit here is for. So every day from day 3 to day 16, they smell a scent. Puppies are born as neonates. That means that they finish development outside the womb. So during that 2-week window where they're still finishing their development, we're going to wake up the brain, because the eyes and ears are closed, and their scent, because they have access to those 2 senses. We have access to those 2 senses. So these little ones get handled for up to 5 seconds, and then they get to smell their scent of the day. They're approaching 3 weeks, so they just finished this last week.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm going to show you how we do it. We hold them upright for 5 seconds. Look how calm and collective. Down for 5. They don't enjoy this. This is completely normal. I know, I'm so sorry. Listen to that. And the legs are relaxing. Yeah. So, and then we stimulate their paw pads. And then their little feet go onto a cold surface. Yeah. So 30 seconds. I think I said 5 seconds. It's 30 seconds on the handling. And then we just check them over, make sure everything is looking good. And they're a little bit older, so they're 3 weeks. So when their eyes and ears are still closed, they're not usually as vocal. Then they get to smell a scent. And usually the head drops down in the tin. This is black tea, by the way. The head is completely in the tin and done. So they get up to 5 seconds to smell it. If they enjoy it, we allow them to have 30 seconds. The reason we do this is, again, the eyes and ears are closed, and it allows them to wake up those senses in there. It creates a little bit of brain activity with the scent. Dogs explore life with their nose, so we want to wake that up. And our program is very similar to a service dog curriculum. So service dog curriculum for pet companion homes, and just setting puppies up for success is our goal. So now that they've completed all that, we're starting into week 3, which week 3 is a transition week. It's transitioning from the pods to the baby beans. And they're still very pod-like at this point. From this week to next week, you're going to see a huge transition. Generally, they get a little bit of rear strength. Those little legs start to pop up underneath the body, and they start moving around. But the biggest piece at week 3, the biggest piece, is sound. Yes. So we will start, they start their 3rd week on the 7th. So what is today's sound that they listen to? Today
was fireworks.
Oh, it's one of my favorite sounds.
Yes.
And it's the sound, I think, that makes the most imprint in a puppy for families. Yeah. Because it's very loud and it's abrupt, and it's noisy for us as humans, but for a dog, it's a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. And so a puppy that's been conditioned at this stage, I have had families, now I make no guarantees with it, but I have had families be at fireworks and their dog just sits there. I am one of those. I have a puppy that has been raised on our program and been exposed to fireworks, and I can take them to the fireworks and they lay there. I don't advise it.
Yeah.
But there are many dogs that are living life like that. Yeah. Thunder is another one. So thunderstorms, many families have had dogs that have been sensitive to thunderstorms, and when they're exposed at this stage, before the fear stage starts, it just makes a solid impression in their life. So what we use a wonderful little playlist. And what we're looking for is they listen for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll explain what we're looking for and then turn it on so you can observe. But generally we'll look for ear twitching, sometimes a little shivering in the body, sometimes they'll actually wake up, sometimes they'll sleep right through it. But the biggest piece to sound therapy at this point is just that they've been exposed to it. It's all about the exposure. Sometimes we get a response, sometimes we don't. So this is fireworks. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there was a little movement.
Yeah, little movement from this one.
Yeah, this one's moving a little bit, kind of pulling back in muscle tone. So the point of it at this point is we're not causing any fear. They don't have a fear stage yet. It's about exposure. And remember that the ears have just opened up. And so these sounds are intense, but they're also just now hitting into their system. So it's amazing what sound therapy does to a puppy. And I will highlight that we only get that 1 week, from 3 to 4 weeks to imprint them. We can do fireworks training later on, but for it to be imprinted in the puppy for life, it has to happen in this window. So that's why our program is so specific on age-appropriate introductions and why it's a curriculum.
Right.
It's backed by studies and it has proven results.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Angie, for sharing your knowledge with everybody. We are so excited about working with this program here. Every day I have been implementing this, well, not Sundays, but every day, other than Sundays, we do work with the puppies, and I cannot wait to see just the difference in these puppies from our prior past litters to now. So we have, we're just learning every day, and Angie is here to help us out and just kind of guide us along the way. So we're excited about the new owners of the puppies too. We love to hear their response to everything that we've learned and everything that we're doing with these puppies. So Angie, is there anything else that we've missed, talking about everything that we've been doing, anything else that you can think of that you'd like to say?
Yeah, so actually there's a really big piece to week 3 that we didn't talk about, and it's where we start our puppy massages, which makes the biggest imprint in a puppy's life, because we're reverse petting them, we're rolling our fingers down their ears. So at week 3, it's very soft and gentle. Everything that they gets exposed to is soft, tender exposures, because this is all new. And we take our fingers down, tap their little nose, open their mouth. Vets love that, because when they want to look at their teeth, roll down their paws, pull on their tail. I like to roll it. Back on their backs. We draw a little circle. Sometimes they draw a little heart. Yeah. And then just right back up, back to the heart to neutralize them, and they go back with their litter. So that massage starts at week 3, so it's it's a starting point, and it goes all the way through, and we teach our families how to do it in our handbook. But what it does is just set them up for being handled. So generally, like if you have an elderly person or mature individual come up to a puppy or a child, the first thing they do is bang on the back. So if a puppy is used to being tapped on and massaged in unusual ways, their response should be positive. So the whole goal of our program is always to make sure we give them as many opportunities to be successful as possible. And again, the whole litter goes through the program. So every puppy responds a little differently, but they've all had the opportunity to be imprinted, and it sets them up for such a great foundation. And I am so excited to see the difference and watch these puppies come through the program. The partnership is just going to be amazing.
We're so excited here at Serenity Hill Puppies to be working with Angie, and we cannot wait to see what this litter how they grow up and how their new owners love them.